Hello everyone, GalacticStorm here. Welcome to the show. And yes, I know, it's been 2 weeks, and I had a good reason. Well, the first one was, well, my laptop got destroyed, and so did my AT7 video, and all the stuff that I had along with it. So I had to buy a new desktop and everything, and yeah, I got everything set in place, and it's time to do some more videos. I apologize for the hiatus right there. So, the AT7. This is a assault breakthrough tank that was made in 1943. No prototypes were made, and the parts of the AT7 was used to make the A-39 Tortoise, which is the Tier 9 tank destroyer, at least, or known as the Doomed Turtle. And you will find this surprisingly a little bit different compared to the AT-8. The gun is on the other side, however, same thing with the turret, it's vice versa. So, with this thing, let's see the stats on this thing. This thing's not as different compared to the AT-8, but design-wise, it's different. I mean, it looks different, but yeah. So here we go. 1250 hit points, engine power 395, speed limit 20 kilometers per hour, traverse 20 kilometers, hull armor 23 102 102, shell damage 5694, penetration 83 138, rate of fire 26 rounds per minute, turret traverse 26 degrees per second, which is bad. View range is 350, signal range 450. So you can see this thing at start has a horrible gun, but it does have the usual good armor. So your first gun is the QF 6-pounder gun. Has a really fast rate of fire. Not that much when it comes to penetration, but yeah. The next gun you get, the 77 millimeter, it's when you get more rate of fire and get more penetration, but still low damage. 17-pounder gun you'll get from the AT-8 and the TOC-2. Really good penetration, but still low damage and all. And then you get the 20-pounder gun, which has really good penetration and good damage, but still low. And then you get the AT-15 as your thing, as your reward, once you finish it all. So what are the pros and cons on this AT-7? Well, like the other AT tanks, the British tank destroyers, it has with this one, this has a accurate quick timing top gun. It has high AP penetration. It has good damage per minute. And like the AT tanks, this thing has a very good armor for tier 7. So that's really good. But the cons of this thing, it's the same on the AT tanks. It has poor angled armor on top, which is on the AT-7. It has a large weak spot, which is the machine gun mantlet and the commander's hatch. And it has poor speed, turning, gun depression, and arc elevation. So this thing can be a shit brick house, but a good shit brick house, depending on how you do it. More favorable when it comes to the urban areas. But, enough talk. Let's see how this thing can do. And for our only gameplay, we are at Cliff. Yep, Cliff. The all usual, the biggest map ever. Well, not usually the biggest map ever, but it's one of the original ones that you'll get in World of Tanks. And today we're going to show you how to block, and we're going to be showing you how to, well, shoot people at least. This thing is not really, it's not one of those tanks that you would just want to drive into the open and go, oh, look, a tank. Well, not really. Since you have that machine gun mantlet on the side and you've got that huge commander's hatch on the top, there is some very big weak points. And, well, you could see with light tanks and with heavy or medium tanks, the very fast ones indeed, they're going to be giving you some problems with this one. So, what we're going to be doing, we are going to be heading down to the straight down here, and this cable one is letting me move, and I thank thee. So, we're heading down here, we're going to go down there, and we're going to try to make some protection. We're going to try to use some of the rocks right on the mountain, or on the hill, I would say. No, small mountain. We'll say small mountain. And we're going to use that to head into the area there and try to get some trouble. The bad things about this tank, yes, is the elevation, the depression, the turning, and the fact that it's so slow. Those are the biggest things that you'll get from the AT-7, but the biggest pros on this, you'll get really good armor, and you'll have good guns. And the good guns, it really show an example. I'm using the 20mm gun right now, and it has about around 200 damage. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's like decently average. Usually you would have tanks that will go up to 300 or maybe 400 damage, depending, in tier 7. But this one, it's going to be around 200. So, and we've got tier 7s, we got tier 8s, and we've got a Panzer V M10, which is pretty much a Panther, and it's disguised to be a Wolverine, I think. So I'm trying to hog up this mountain right here, and I'm trying to shoot the Panzer V right there, and there's other tanks right there that just want to get gangbanged on, and that M10 is going to give me some trouble, and I'm trying to block my shots. I'm trying to move it back and forth, trying to cover my turret and that, which is doing decently right now. So I'm trying to shoot all these other tanks that are in the open, like this T1 Heavy. Took a good shot at him, and then he'll get a very good dose of holy shit, you're going to die. And he got from this turret melee. And shot another Panzer, things getting low. Tiger P, really good tank. Oh, it's a big trouble. It has a really good gun. It's somewhat like the Tiger, and then there's the Panzer V. Took some damage from him, took a shot at the Tiger, and he goes bye-bye. My very first kill. And it's, yep, slowly going down there, and there's the Panzer right there again. I'm trying to go after him. I'm trying to, at least, let's just go blah. And then, oh, we got a Comet. Comet's really fast tanks. Not as fast as the Chroma, but it's pretty fast. And it has a good set of guns. So I'm going to try to at least try to get them into like a holy shit position. But it slowly goes for the worst. If I didn't have teammates, I'd be dead by now. If I wasn't moving my thing around, I'd be in very big trouble. And you can see right there, he's trying to go after me, but there's these other tanks that are going after him. T-37's going after him, and I'm trying to go after this T-37. He's trying to go on my side and trying to kill me, but he's a little bit busy with the other tanks. So I'm turning my ass around slowly and doing it assuredly to finish off the T-37. And then there's the Comet right there, and finish him off too. So that's 3 kills. Amazing. And it looks like we just got this in its bag too. And it is amazing. So, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be trying to go onto the enemy flag right here. But, unfortunately, it's going to turn the tide because those tanks over there, they're pretty good. There's a Cromwell Knight, there's an AT-7, and there's a, I don't know what heavy tank's down there, but we're going to be going down there real soon. And, oh, it's an IS. IS, really bad tank. Really, I mean, not really bad, but it's a very bad news tank to get hit with. And the AT-7, it's going to town with some of these tanks too, and that Cromwell Knight is going to be a problem too. So, besides going to the thing right there, I'm going to go on top of this hill right here, which they recently added a couple of patches ago, which was several months ago, I believe. But yeah, but you can see how much damage I blocked on this thing, and you can see how much health I have right now, and that's not really good. I can easily get at least one shot, or at least I can take about a few more shots, and I'd be dead. So some of my people are going to be heading down to the capture point. I'm going to try to flank these guys. And now the AT-7 and the Cromwell Knight are the only 2 left. There's the Knight right down there. Knight's going down to the capture point. I was trying to get a good shot at him, but it went too low right down there. It was, so I tried to get another shot at him, but too fast. And I was really trying to be careful down here because I know the AT-7's down here too. And I assume that he's going to have the 20mm gun or the 17 pounder. Otherwise, they're still really good guns. So while they're trying to cap the base, the Cromwell Knight's going to be going down there. There's the AT-7. Like I said, look at the aim points. There's the commander's hatch right there. which is very vulnerable, and I try to expose. I'm trying to wiggle my armor, try to go out to the machine gun mallet, but the S-2244 takes care of that. And the knight finishes off one of the capture point tanks they're trying to capture, and there's the knight, and yeah, took the kill. And yep, 4 kills and a very good match indeed. And a victory for all of us. So, what we get? We got 25,000 silver, and we've got a whole bunch of rewards and medals. We've got shellproof, we've got the mastery badge, and we've got steel wall, which is obvious with this tank. We've got fighter, and we've got spider. Spotter, spot enemy vehicles, and do about 1,000 HP worth. And I did about almost 3,000 damage and about 1,600 blocking damage. And I did the best on my team. I would have gotten high caliber if I would have done more damage. But yeah, I've gotten enough already. So yeah, the ammunition would be a big expense on this. Got the AT2, did some assistance on the Churchill, damaged the T1 Heavy, destroyed the Tiger P, did a lot of damage on the Comet, along with the Panzer V M10, and the T-37 did kill that, did some damage on the AT-7, and then killed the Knight with just a little bit of damage. So, you've seen what this thing can do in one match, so let's just review this tank. So, what do I think about the AT-7? Well, the AT-7 it's a really armored, it's a heavily armored tank, just not on the sides and the rear, it's all flat. It has a good set of guns, it's really slow, you'll have to get used to it along with the other tanks, but in the end, it'll be a good tank for you, and you'll be really excited when it comes to the AT-15. It doesn't look like it has that much of exposure to weak spots like it did on the rest, or like on AT-8 or on the AT-7. It'll be more like the AT-2, but with more, well, you can be seeing more viewing onto your turn than that. So for a ranking on this tank, I'll be giving it a, ta-da, a 9 out of 10. This tank is a great tank destroyer for tier 7. It has a, well, if you're picking your gun, try not to expose your weaknesses, and they'll have a hard time penetrating you. It's a primary target for artillery because of it being big and slow. It needs to play with support, otherwise if you get hit with a light tank or medium tank, you're pretty much going to go blah! And it's great on urban maps, but if you are in the open, I do suggest keeping your distance so your weaknesses won't be as, well, easy to hit at least. So, that's what I think about the AT-7. It's a really good tank, but I can't wait for the AT-15. It's gonna be like, oh yes. So, vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And GalacticStorm saying, keep charging, bitches.